Hello everyone. Thanks for joining in for this Hangout on Air session. My name is Kumar Gaurav and I'll be hosting this Hangout on Air as a part of Google Partners program. Please do join the Google Partners community that we have launched for all our partner agencies. To join the community, please complete your profile on Google Partners and affiliate yourself to your agency. Your feedback is also very important to us. Do fill out the feedback form in case you have anything you would like us to improve. We would love to hear your suggestions as well. The link to download the presentation will also show up once you fill up the feedback form. So coming back to topic, which is driving mobile app engagement, we have Tanmoy Das, Google regional trainer, taking this session for us. Please do change your video quality to 360p or higher in order to see the presentation clearly. You can do that by changing the video settings from the bottom right side of the video. You can ask live questions during the Hangout in comment sections below. Tanmay will be taking all your questions at the end of the session. So without further delay, I'll hand over the session to Tanmay.
Thank you so much. Hi everyone. What we're going to try to start off today is driving mobile app engagement. Okay. So to start off with, driving mobile app engagement. Basically, what we are talking about over here is that these are the campaigns which you can create in your AdWords account, okay, which will help you to get all the users who have already installed your mobile apps. You can try to get them back to use your mobile apps again. So what we are trying over here is we create campaigns, AdWords ads, which can show on the search network or on the Google display network, which will primarily try to bring back all those users back to your app so that they use your apps once again. So that's the main objective of this particular campaign. So as it says, mobile app engagement campaigns are a great choice for people who are focused, for those who have installed your app and are not using it that much right now. So what we are trying to do over here is we're trying to bring back those guys so that they perform a certain kind of an activity on your app or an action, or they buy your product, use your app for certain particular purpose, so that they are aware that your app exists in their mobile phones. So this is specifically for those users who have installed your mobile app in their mobile phones, in their smartphones. So that's the main objective of this campaign. Now, in this particular campaign, these are the two types of ads which you can create. So you can run these ads both on the search network and on the Google display network. Okay, in a search network, so this is how they will appear in the search and display. So the text ad will come up with your mobile apps icon, and along with that there will be a installed badge which will show up on the text message. Okay, so if you are writing a text ad, you can describe your product, and along with that your mobile apps icon will come and an install badge will come, which will in a way entice the users, your users, again to click on it and use your app. That's how it will appear on the search. Whereas on the display network, it will appear as a image ad which you can see with the same kind of functionality, wherein they will have a particular icon which will describe the action you want them to take. So as it says over here, you can describe your information, you can give the USPs and information regarding your product on the ads which you create. Now talking about how it works in both the networks. So what happens is in the display network, what primarily we are trying to do over here is that we are trying to show these ads on the apps which your users, on the other apps which your users have. So for an example, if your user is having an app and your app is all about, say it's a Flipkart app which you have, okay, and your user has another app, say an Amazon app, okay, what you can do is you can show your ads on the Amazon app for them to come to the Flipkart app. So that's the main objective, how it works in the display network app engagement. So what we are doing is we are trying to allow you to show your ads within other apps so that they see it in the other apps and then come back to you. Whereas In the search network, it works in a totally different fashion, wherein what we are doing is, while your users, people who have installed your app, while those users search on Google search in their smartphones, when they search for anything related to your app, that time we show the ad. Okay, that time we show the app engagement ad, so that they have a look at it and possibly click on it and go back to your app. So that is how a search network app engagement campaign will work. Majorly these are for mobile phones and tablets, wherein you can do this. Primarily at this point in time, the search network app is only available for Android apps. Okay, in this, again, what you can do is, since it's a search campaign, so what we will be doing is that we can give the keyword suggestions which we assume and which we know that will be most searched for when people are looking for your product. So you will know that for your product, which are the topmost best keywords which are there, which people search for, and depending on that, you can create your search network app engagement campaign. So when you create that, you specify all your high clicks and impressions generating keywords in it, so that when these users go on their mobile phones and are doing a Google search, those search queries will match up with the keyword list which you have created, and that time it will populate your app engagement text ad. That's how your search enabled app engagement campaigns will run. Uh, so now talking about the bidding strategy which they use for these campaigns. So at this point in time, the bidding strategy which we are using is CPC, which is cost per click, which just we can create these campaigns with. Okay, when you do the bidding, when you go to the campaign settings and you're specifying your bid strategy, in the very first moment, it will show as focus on clicks. Okay, so the system, the AdWords account or the AdWords system will try to optimize your ads in such a manner that they will try to show those ads more often, which are more likely to get clicks. Okay, so that's why they will be set to focus on clicks in the initial stage, but gradually what you can do is, maybe possibly with, if your focus is more on conversions, you can change that setting to focus on conversions to get more so that you can show those kind of ads which are more likely to get converted. So totally depends on what stage of the business are you in. Depending on that, you can make these changes. All right. Apart from this, in order to implement these particular campaigns, we also use a remarketing list which we can create in this, through which you can show your ads to a particular section of the audience, okay, who take particular actions on the app. And also you can implement the conversion tracking in this, like in the search network, so that you can track the users who are coming to your app and performing particular actions. Okay, so it is similar like any other conversion tracking code which we get from the AdWords account, which you just need to copy from the account, go back to your app coding, and then you have to paste it over there. Similarly, for remarketing tags as well, remarketing tags, you will get it from the AdWords account when you create the display network and you create a remarketing list in the shared library. So when you get that tag from the shared library, you can just copy it from there, go back to your app coding, okay, and you have to paste it over there. That's how you can install these two codes, and then they will behave in a particular manner. So in case of remarketing tags, you can have different kind of remarketing list which we all know of. Okay, so there can be certain people who haven't used your app in the last some time recently. Okay, so you can create a specific remarketing list specifically for such kind of people who have not used your app in the recent past. Similarly, you can have a particular section of people, you can create a remarketing list for people who are still in the older version of your app. So you are creating an ad which will say that upgrade your mobile app, upgrade your particular app, and you create such kind of an app so that they go back and upgrade it to the newer version. So like this, you can create different remarketing lists, which will help them to go ahead and engage with your ad once again in a way. Okay. The third way what you can do is you can also, if people have taken specific actions in your app, you can keep on reminding them about their accomplishments. If there is a particular rounds of, if it's a gaming app which they have and they have multiple rounds, you can give them accomplishments regarding the number of rounds they have cleared and what all is left and the kind of rewards they can get out of it. So that kind of a remarketing list as well you can create, which can run on a display campaign. Okay, so in remarketing list, so basically what we are doing is we are showing these through these remarketing list particular which we are creating in the display campaign, we are trying to show these app engagement ads to a particular section of the people who are behaving in a particular manner with your apps. Okay, also what we can do is in this is that if we want, we through this particular campaign you can link it, you can link this campaign to your app's Google Play account. Okay, and which in a way will target, okay, so you can do a campaign targeting wherein all the people who have downloaded your app will get to see your ads through this. All right, okay, so let's talk about, okay, so what happens is, first, like any other search or a display campaign which we are creating in an AdWords account, okay, so we go first with the campaign settings. We specify the kind of a campaign which we are creating here. So we say it's a mobile app engagement campaign which we are creating, and in which we create our ad groups, and then we specify the search ads, the text ads which comes up, or the image ads for the display network. Now, while we are creating those ads, as we all know that it requires a destination URL or a final URL where the users need to land, a landing page. Okay, so in this particular scenario, the landing pages are called deep links. Okay, so these are like destination URL or a final URL landing page where the user finally reaches in the app. Okay, so this particular one will be again be defined. So when you choose these kind of campaigns, they will give you a particular format in which you can specify your destination URL or deep links. Now it says that in this particular case, what happens is there are two types of deep links which we create. One for search, there are two different types of deep links which we create, one for search and for the other one for the display. The search one is a particular app indexing. It's called an app indexing, wherein we do a particular coding which is done depending on that, because of which what happens is when the searches happen, your app gets pulled out and it's shown to the user. Whereas in custom links, what happens is you specify the format. I'll show you the format as well in a while. Okay, so depending on that format, your app, your ads, your app engagement ads are shown on other websites. So the custom link helps to show the ad on other apps in a way. So let's look at how deep links work. So this is more from the coding perspective, wherein a normal deep links are of two parts. They have two parts to it when the coding format is done. One is called a scheme, and the second part is host and path, which we need to define in the coding. Okay, app URIs are specifically a reformatted deep links which is specific to search. Okay, so for the search network, in a app URIs are the format which you use for creating a deep link for a search network. In this, you have a third metric as well, which is called an app package ID. Okay, so it's basically an app package ID is like an identifier of your app. It's a unique ID for your app which identifies that this is the app which has been pulled up. Okay, scheme is more related to the kind of website where it will open, which app will get open, and host and path is the content. Okay, finally, when the user opens and reaches a particular page, what content do they see? So these are the three specific parts to the whole deep link for specifically for search, which gets created and we code it in a particular manner. Okay, this is the specific difference which you can see. So in deep links, as you can see over here, is that it's a particular, as we talk about, it's a location or a destination URL which content you show to the user. Okay, app URI is specifically for search, wherein you are showing the ads while users are searching on the smartphones. Okay, the format, as we can see, deep link has only two metrics, scheme and host path, which you define in your coding, whereas in app URI you define three particular metrics, which is package ID, scheme and host path. An example can be like this: so your app's name and then the product ID. Similarly, for app URI you have your app name, okay, example, okay, the package ID, the scheme and then the product ID. Okay, what we can look at is the kind how we create this kind of a campaign in the AdWords account. Okay, so this is, as we all know, the first step. As we can see, it is in the campaign summary page. When you go to the campaign summary page, under the plus campaigns, if you click on it, it's a drop down where you can choose a search network only campaign. When you choose that, it takes you to the next screen, which is step 2, wherein you can name your campaign and then choose the type of a ad which you want to create there. So it's going to be mobile app engagement ads. The moment you choose it, it gives you these options of choosing the different types of your particular app which you have. So you can just, from the drop down, you can choose the app which you have created and which is there available, okay, and then you can create that ad specifically. Now when you come to the, once you choose this app, it takes you to the next page, which is going to be the ad creation part. Now here you go ahead and specify your ad. You describe your ad, you give all the USPs, promotions, exclusives which you have, okay. Also, it automatically pulls up, because of the conversion tracking piece which you have installed, okay, it pulls up your app logo and the installed badge on the text ad, and it gets created. And then you specify your keywords. So depending on the kind of keywords which you have chosen, which you already have in your other search campaigns, you can pull out the best performing ones and specify it under the ad groups with ads here, and then you can create your search network campaign there. All right, for display network app specifically, in this again we go back to our campaign summary page. We go back to a campaign summary page and we choose display network only. Now in this case we have both the options, marketing objective, or so it takes you to this page, which is the campaign settings page, where we get two options. One is marketing objective or no marketing objective. So under marketing objectives you have drive action. In that you have the last option which says engage with your mobile app. So in this we choose this one for our mobile app engagement campaign. We choose this. The moment we choose this, it gives me an option to find, again similar thing, to find my app whether on Google Play or Apple Play Store, wherever I have created my account and registered with. Okay, once I find my mobile app, my Android app there, I have the options to now choose all the operating systems. So here I choose where all I want to show my operating system, whether it's Android or iOS, okay, devices as well. And if the there is a particular Wi-Fi carriers which I want to choose. So depending on who all are my users who have installed my app, if I have the information about that, I can choose my specific device models and my carriers, my internet carriers. Once I have this in place, then I create my image ad, which I can create through my display ad builder, or if I have an already created one through my creative agency, I can upload that. Okay, and then once I have the ads in place, now I can do a different kinds of targeting groups which I can have. So either I can do a remarketing list, which I can do, wherein I will define different remarketing list for my ads for those particular users who behave in a particular manner with my app, or I can do my other targeting as well, a display campaign targeting, wherein I can do through topic targeting, interest targeting. We can do that. All right. All right, guys. So this is how what you can create your display network app engagement campaign as well. Okay, which can run on which these ads will run on other apps which are there in your users' smartphones. Any questions on this, guys?
Uh, Tanmay, we are still waiting for the questions. I mean, if you want to get in, I mean, deep dive into the subject, you can do that. We are still have time, and in the meantime, we'll collect some questions. As of now, we aren't getting as many questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Yeah. Hello. 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 Hi. Hi, Vikas. Yes.
Guys, I think this is it from Tanmay's side. If you have any questions, please do post it on the G Plus community, and we'll try to get back to you on those questions as soon as possible. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll reach out to you next week with another topic with some greater insights into AdWords. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys.